Ladies and gentlemen, the interim president of the Long Island Railroad and president of the Metro-North Railroad, Catherine Rinaldi.
Hey everybody, woo, there go my remarks. It's so great to be here on such a beautiful day, the first beautiful day we've had in a week. It's an auspicious day because we're here with the Lieutenant Governor, we're here with Jamie Torres Springer, we're here with a lot of elected officials who are very excited about what we have to talk about today. It has been a historic week for the railroad. A couple days ago, many of us were out in Westbury for the completion of the third track project, and now we're commemorating the opening of bi-directional service here at Elmont UBS Arena. This is the Long Island Railroad's first new station in nearly 50 years. We said that we would get it done in time for the Islanders season opener, and we did. Opening day is next Thursday, and fans who live east of Belmont now have a one-seat ride to watch the Islanders beat the Panthers. And we have excellent announcements here at the station. Really great announcements. All right. I'll wait a little bit. And a really great website, mta.info. All right. Okay, let's go. So you'll have a one-seat ride to watch the Islanders beat the Panthers, saving time and reducing congestion around the arena. And those traveling from the city now have the benefit of direct return service home. There's no need to board a shuttle bus to Queens Village Station anymore. Now we have a beautiful, fully functional, ADA accessible station for the entire community to enjoy. And best of all, it was built at no cost to the Long Island Railroad or MTA, which Jamie's going to talk about in a little bit. I want to extend a big thank you to the State of New York and New York Arena partners, Islanders co-owner John Ledecky, Oakview Group CEO Tim Lewicki, and Jeff Wilpon. Elmont will eventually offer service 365 days a year, but for now, the plan is to stick with service for game days and concerts. We'll make the transition once our Grand Central Madison service opens later on this year. Now, before I turn it over to the Lieutenant Governor, I want to recognize the amazing Long Island Railroad workforce. Let's have a hand for the Long Island Railroad workforce. And our partners in labor. Anthony Simon from SMART, John McCluskey from SMART Sheet Metal Workers, Imran Ansari from the Long Island Federation of Labor, Mike Sullivan and Tom Shen from BRS, Ricardo Sanchez from the IBEW, and Bobby Santos of URSA. And of course, none of this would be possible without the support of our partners in government, many of whom are here today. State Senator Comrie, who will be joining us shortly, State Senator Anna Kaplan, Assemblymember Michelle Solange, Assemblymember Clyde Vannell, and also critical for this project, former Nassau County Executive Laura Curran and Town of Hempstead Supervisor Don Clavin. But the vision for cleaner, greener public transportation really starts at the top with Governor Hochul and Lieutenant Governor El Delgado. We are so grateful for the way that this administration is making MTA and public transportation one of its top priorities. And now, without further ado, I'll turn it over to our honored guest, the Lieutenant Governor of the State of New York.
Good morning, or is it afternoon? Is it afternoon at this point? It's a beautiful day. My goodness. It's good to be here with all of you. I want to thank Kathy for your leadership. Appreciate everything you're doing. Fantastic job in leading the Long Island Railroad. It's great to be with everybody here. I want to acknowledge some folks. I know you mentioned Senator Comrie's not here, but certainly want to acknowledge him. Senator Kaplan, it's good to see you. Assembly Woman Solange, it's good to see you as well. I know Assemblymember Clyde Vannell is on his way. The Chair of Empire State Development, Kevin Law, good to see you. Of course, the co-owner of the New York Islanders, John Ledecky, appreciate you. Ethan Brown, on behalf of Oakview Group, UBS, Maddie Arsich and Ryan Stetton, and everyone from Labor joining us today. I believe Matt Cohen, head of the Long Island Association, and of course, Councilwoman Dorothy Gooseby. Yes. We have a great announcement today, especially for all Islander fans here on Long Island, and for anyone that comes to enjoy performances at the UBS Arena. The westbound platform, pedestrian overpass, and 2 new elevators at Elmont Station have been completed, clearing the way for two-way service at the Elmont Long Island Railroad Station. Yeah. What does this mean, right? What does it mean? It means that Nassau and Suffolk fans can take Long Island Railroad mainline trains from Ronkonkoma to Huntington and Hicksville and Mineola directly from the Elmont Station. This service is for events only right now because it's only going to be operating when there are events at the arena. But that is just for right now. Because at the end of this year, after the Long Island Railroad service to Grand Central Madison begins, the new Elmont Station will become a full-time station for commuters. This will eventually become a regular stop on the Hempstead branch trains. As Governor Hochul announced last year, this is the first new Long Island Railroad station built in 50 years, and it was built to support the UBS Arena and the Belmont Park redevelopment project. This new station is expected to reduce the number of drivers and the traffic congestion by providing a public transportation option and will enhance the quality of life for New Yorkers, revitalize the local community, and strengthen the overall economy of this region. The idea of investing in public goods, like public transportation, and making access points to opportunity, to enjoyment, to services, to pleasure, across the board for everybody is critically important for our administration. This announcement is just in time, as noted, for the New Jersey hockey game, and not to mention the impressive list of upcoming performances: The Who, Post Malone, Smashing Pumpkins, just to name a few. So it's a great announcement for the area. Excited to be here with all of you on this beautiful, beautiful day. And with that, I'm great pleasure to introduce to here Jamie Torres Springer, President of MTA Construction and Development at the MTA. Thank you.
So much. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. As Kathy said, my great colleague Kathy has said, we're so honored to have you here and to have the leadership of Lieutenant Governor Delgado and Governor Hochul in continuing to build out these amazing transportation improvements that are so vital to the recovery of our city, our region, and to the future of Long Island. Lots of folks here today have played a major role in this, and we'll thank some of them, but really we owe a debt of gratitude to so many of you. The start of two-way service here in time for hockey season is a big deal for Islanders fans. It's maybe not on par with the re-signing of Matt Barzal, but it's as close as we'll get at the MTA, so an exciting day. As Kathy said, this is the Long Island Railroad's first new station in half a century. And it has all the things that riders should expect from a railroad station in 2022. It's got 2 12-car long platforms connected by a brand new overpass, the state-of-the-art snow melting system that's embedded in the concrete so that we'll be able to quickly melt snow and ice. It's fully ADA accessible with 2 elevators. That's in line with the commitment that we've made to achieve as much ADA accessibility as we can, as quickly as we can. So of course we made sure that was incorporated in this station. There's digital signage, security cameras, Wi-Fi, USB charging stations. It's a very complete station as we open it. And I want to note and thank many of our partners here. We used innovative construction techniques that would allow us to avoid parkway and railroad outages or keep them to a minimum. Jacking our bridge girders into place using a self-propelled modular transporter. We prefabricated the pedestrian bridge complete with architectural finishes so that it could be put into place very quickly. All that's left to do now is some signal work that will allow us to run more trains through this station as we prepare to open Grand Central Madison at the end of this year. I will note that work, the signal work, is coming up on the weekend of October 29th. So for that Avalanche game on that Saturday, there will be no service through Elmont on that date, and fans should make other travel plans. But after that, we'll have, and before that, we'll have full service into the station, both westbound and eastbound. This $105 million project, which came in on time, under budget, also came in at no cost to the Long Island Railroad at the MTA. It's a model public-private partnership, and 90% of it was paid by New York Arena Partners, which, as everyone knows, is the consortium of Oak Group, New York Islanders, and Jeff Wilpon. We're grateful to them for stepping up to cover that cost and to support a station that has all those amenities. 90% funding is amazing. The other 10% was covered by New York State, and of course that contribution is just a fraction of the new tax revenue that will be generated, not to mention all of the other benefits to adding this component to our mass transportation system. This is how we want to keep delivering projects to New Yorkers across the region, better, faster, and cheaper, as we always say, working with local government and business partners. And while we have many people to thank, I want to acknowledge the construction and development team, our project director, Jason Daybach, Tim Kaiser, Joe Persico, who did an outstanding job to make sure that the project got built, and also our design builder, Judlau OHL, and our designer, STV, and so many others. We're really grateful. We're excited and pleased that we got this done on time, and we thank you all. Thank you very much. And with that, I'll hand things over to Senator Anna Kaplan.
Thank you, everyone. What a wonderful day to gather here today with all of you. I think it's a winning week for Long Island. We were on Monday celebrating the third track and the partnership with Long Island Railroad and MTA, and today we're here at the UBS Elmont train station. This is a game changer. Not only it's wonderful to have this for all of the Islanders fans to come here and have this accessible to them so that they don't have to drive here. They can easily have access and take the train. But also, I think is a game changer for Elmont community. Elmont community has been there and has supported this program, and how wonderful it is to see for us, to see the great partnership that we can make with public and private and come together and build our infrastructure here in Long Island. So, Lieutenant Governor, I've already said this to you. Long Island is a great region to live. This is another testament why we need more people to move here. We have it all. The coastline, the beaches, the arena, Islanders, and the great concerts that are going to be going on here. Thank you again. And I want to thank Labor for their work. It is really a great deal of gratitude to the Labor for working during a very difficult time and accomplishing this on time, on budget. And it shows how when we will all stand together and work together, we can accomplish great things for our residents and for our communities. Thank you. Next, we have my Assembly counterpart, Mikhail Salaj. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, you can be louder in Elmont. You can be louder. On behalf of Legislator Salaj and the Elmont community, I'd like to thank you and welcome you to the area. And I also like to thank the Lieutenant Governor for bringing the beautiful sun. That's all him. The Governor and Governor Hochul, you bring out the weather. So today really is an amazing day. And if you look at this, just take a look at this. This idea was the inception of the community. The community wanted a full-service train station. And so working with public-private partnership, we were able to obtain that. And there are so many individuals out here in the crowd that I see, and I don't want to name them all because I love them all like I love all my children. But I want them to stand up because this was their idea and they made this happen. So please, all the community leaders, stand up. Yeah, Chandra Smith, Mimi, South Flora Park. Please, all the community leaders. Oh, there's more over here. Please, louder, round of applause. This wouldn't happen because of the community leaders who pushed for this. Thank you. And so Elmont is a wonderful community, a working class community. people who come here from all parts of the world looking for the American dream, looking for opportunity. And so this train station is going to allow them to go seek that American opportunity, whether it's in the city or out in Long Island. They're going to have a chance to have a full-service train station in their community with a community lot by the town of Hempstead. And we thank Dorothy Gooseby for all her work in getting this done. Thank you, Senior Councilwoman Gooseby. Thank you. So with labor, all of labor, with great organizations like the LIA, Matt Cohen, Ken Law, all individuals came together and said, we need to get this done. And so we did that. And so, once again, I thank everyone for this opportunity. And with that, I see Senator Comrie here. And I'm just going to call him right up, right? Come on up, Senator Comrie.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It's good to see everyone here. I am not late. I am coming from a school renaming for David Dinkins that they named in my district. So I was trying to sneak out of there, and I had principals and people hanging on my arm, but I promised to be here, so I made it. So I'm glad to be here today. It's good to see everyone here. I know that all proper protocol has been said, so all names have been announced, but I'll just say that I'm glad that this day is here. So I'm glad that we are at a stage where we are able to fully open the first Long Island Railroad station in 45 years. Let's give all the MTA and the Long Island Railroad a round of applause on that for doing it on time and on budget. To the folks, this has been a dream for the Southeast Queens and Elmont community for decades. Thanks to our partners in government, we made this happen, and it wasn't easy. We had to push to get this done, but John Ledecky and the Islanders understood the power of what this was, and all of the partners that were involved made this happen. So this is a great day in our community to see this happen, because I know that this will reduce the flow of vehicular traffic coming into the stadium, but it will also increase the people being able to get to the stadium from all around the metropolitan area. So, I think that the opportunities that we have for development, the opportunities that we have for partnership with the Islanders and the organization is just starting. I look forward to a great and long partnership as we hopefully celebrate the Islanders' first Stanley Cup here this year, and do the other things. Well, I'm gonna put it out in the ether. You got to put it out in the ether sometimes. So I just want to thank our Lieutenant Governor Antonio Delgado for being here, my colleagues in government, the great Anna Kaplan and Assemblymember Solage for being here. I enjoy working with them immensely. The Long Island crew, I haven't seen you guys. I don't get to hang out in Long Island. You don't let me in. I get to go to Elmont, then they kick me back out of Long Island. So it's all good. But it's good to see everyone this morning. I'm not going to take up any more time. I'm glad to have played a substantial part in making this happen in my role, in my level as state government, which I have been advocating for. So this is great when you can see something that you advocated for actually come to fruition. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you.
And please welcome the co-owner of the future Stanley Cup champion New York Islanders, John Ledecky.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Good morning. What a pleasure to be here celebrating another milestone in the remarkable 50-year history of the New York Islanders. It's our 50th anniversary, and we're looking forward to welcoming all of you and all of our fans. And what a great opportunity the fans have now to get to UBS Arena. On behalf of my co-owners, Scott Malkin and Dewey Shea, I'd like to thank our friends at the MTA Long Island Railroad, Empire State Development, all the local officials here today, and of course, Governor Hochul and Lieutenant Governor Delgado. We couldn't have got here without any of you, so thank you so much. What's great is that our employees can come also and take the train. My God, here's one of them now, Sparky. Wow. Sparky, how was your commute? How was the commute, Sparky? Yeah? A-okay? You love it? Just as the train goes by, how do you do it, Sparky? Huh? So no more flying for Sparky. He can take this wonderful train to the game and to have this wonderful opportunity to say thank you to all the people who supported us. I look around and I see people who believed in us when people didn't, who didn't think Belmont Arena could become a reality, who didn't think we could do a private-public partnership to build the first train station in 50 years. who didn't think we could put up a parking lot, one of the state-of-the-art parking lots. So thank all of you. Thank you for believing in the New York Islanders. Thank you for believing in us. And to the greatest fans of the National Hockey League, you're the most loyal in all sports. This two-way train station service is for you. We've got a lot of fans in Metro New York. We've got a lot of fans in New York City. It's been a pain point sometimes for them to get out here, but now they have the ability to go from either Penn Station or Grand Central Madison Station in 30 minutes directly to the game. 30 minutes. Think about that in terms of what game changer that means for this arena and for our county and for the city of New York. Lieutenant Governor, thank you for making the time in your schedule to be here, and thank Governor Hochul for her support, which has been consistent throughout. We need tremendous leaders like yourself to continue to step up and be in government, and all the elected officials here meet that mantra. People who care about their community, people who care about the citizens, people who are making a difference every day in their lives. They take on a lot, and we expect a lot. And on this project, ladies and gentlemen, you delivered, so thank you so much for doing that. I want to close by saying, all aboard! Next stop, UBS Arena. And can I have everybody in the crowd help me? You know, when we're at a game, we do a cheer called Let's Go. Sparky, you got to come over here and help me out, pal. We do a cheer called Let's Go Islanders, and then yes, yes, yes. We'll skip the Let's Go Islanders, but can we have on the count of three, yes, yes, yes. 1, 2, 3. Ready, Sparky? Yes, yes, yes. Yes to the railroad, yes to this wonderful stop, and yes to a great 50th season. Thank you so much, everybody.
Please welcome the Senior Vice President for UBS Arena, Ethan Brown.
John's always a hard act to follow, guys. Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us on behalf of New York Arena Partners, Oakview Group, and UBS Arena. We are absolutely thrilled to have everyone here at the Elmont UBS Arena station for today's announcement. Tin Lawicki, CEO of Oakview Group, as well as Kim Stone, president of UBS Arena. They wish they could be here to celebrate today, and they send their sincere apologies that they couldn't be here, but they, along with all of the other UBS Arena and OVG staff who are all here today, are extremely pleased to welcome you all to share in this exciting news. I'd like to echo all the thanks and the sentiments thus far, Governor Hochul, Lieutenant Governor Delgado, the MTA, the Long Island Railroad, Empire State Development, all the elected officials both here today and who have supported this project since day one. Thank you for your tireless and your continued support for UBS Arena. I think you heard it now probably 3 or 4 times, this word game changer. Having two-way access is a game changer. It's a game changer because it's giving our guests a timely, convenient, and sustainable way to get to and from the arena. To be able to ride here from Penn Station in under 30 minutes and back on the same line allows for an easier means of travel for many of our fans west of the arena, while our fans from the east will now be able to access this station for the first time. We're also looking forward to the completion of the Grand Central Madison project, where this station becomes a full commuter station for the first time. We're very pleased to also be working with our partners at UBS, who are also here today, to offer fans a variety of different incentives to take the train throughout the hockey season and to concerts and events at our arena. So thank you again for coming today. We look forward to welcoming you and the rest of the New York metro area to UBS Arena this fall, starting with tonight's Islanders game. Let's go Islanders.
The chair of Empire State Development is Kevin Law.
Good afternoon. It is so great to be here. I am the last speaker, so I am only going to speak for 30 minutes. But seriously, let me try to put a bow and a ribbon around everything that's already been said. By the way, John, you like my colors today for the Islanders? Very good. Love it. So we are so fortunate to have our great Lieutenant Governor, Antonio Delgado, here. Great. Thank you so much for everything you do for our state and for now our region on Long Island. Give the Lieutenant Governor a big round of applause. Governor Kathy Hochul has been down to Long Island so many times. She understands Long Island better than most Long Islanders. And every time the governor comes down, along with the Lieutenant Governor, they're sharing some good news. As Senator Kaplan just said, just last week, Kathy Hochul, Governor Hochul, was down here where we are announcing a big investment at Northwell Feinstein to help build our research corridor up. Just the other day, she was here announcing the completion of the 3rd track, and now today, the first Long Island Railroad station in over 50 years. It is such great news. And what is so great also about Governor Hochul and Lieutenant Governor Delgado is they believe in partnerships, and they really do have a great working relationship with our legislative delegation, with both Senator Comrie, Senator Kaplan, Assemblywoman Szilagyi, and the entire delegation. And that's so important because it's the only way to get things done. So let me try to put a ribbon around this. We can't just look at this amazing station in isolation. There has been so much investment in our region over the last few years, led by Governor Hochul, as well as the private sector. Think about what's happening in our region over just the last few years. A brand new arena for the Islanders that many people said could not be done, as John Ledecky said. A brand new station here to allow people to access this amazing arena. Just a few miles away, 2 brand new airports at JFK and LaGuardia. The 3rd track project, which had been talked about for 60 years, and all of the other investments that the MTA with Kathy Rinaldi and Jano Lieber and Jamie investing in our region with the 3rd track, the double track, tons of new stations. These are great investments in our region. These are all assets to our region. The Islanders are an asset. The Long Island Railroad is an asset. Whether you use it or not, it's an asset to our region. And the efforts that the governor is trying to take in creating a research corridor on Long Island from Brookhaven National Lab all the way to Feinstein here in Manhasset. These are great assets that will continue to attract private investment in our region, will continue to create jobs, and that's what we need to keep our young people here. Our future fans, our future riders of the Long Island Railroad, our future residents here on the island. So look at these as great investments in our region. So thank you to Governor Hochul. Thank you to the Lieutenant Governor, Antonio Delgado, the MTA, the Long Island Railroad, our legislative partners, and of course, the New York Islanders. With that, thank you everybody for coming. Let's give one more big hand to everybody who came today.
Please remain seated as President Rinaldi takes questions from the news media, followed by a ribbon cutting in front of the podium. President Rinaldi will take questions. First question is from Alfonso Castillo of Newsday, Long Island's own. Alfonso.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good.
A couple questions.
Sure.
A couple quick ones just about service here.
Yeah.
What will adding, once you are full-time here, full service, what will that do to the schedules? I mean, will you have to adjust schedules to reflect that you're making an extra stop? And what do you expect the demand is here for full-time service?
So, with respect to the demand, I think some of the speakers up to this point have said it. I mean, this is really a game changer for the Long Island Railroad, for the Long Island Railroad, for the Long Island, the New York Islanders, organization, as well as the region, right? Having this bi-directional service really opens up this arena to traffic from both directions, fans from the city, fans from out on the island. It's one of the, it's part of the strategies that we have to try to bring more and more people back to the railroad. So we are very, very bullish with respect to the kind of demand that we're going to see at the station. With respect to the specifics of the schedule, I'll have to get back to you on that.
Okay, and then secondly, regarding a 3rd track, as many people mentioned, you announced that it was complete today. I've heard, and you probably have, also from some people who take issue with calling the project complete, including the mayor of Mineola, who put out a letter yesterday. For folks who, live near a train station and see work that's not completed, what do you say to them?
Listen, I mean, it's completed in the sense that we're running over it, right? I mean, there are other elements of the project that we're still finishing up, but in terms of unlocking the potential and capturing the value of this infrastructure investment, we're already starting to see that. And, we'll even unlock it a bit more once the Grand Central Madison service starts up later on this year. So, yeah, I mean, there's remaining items to be done, but the benefits, the transportation benefits of this project we're seeing today.
Thank you.
Other questions from other reporters? All right, Jamie, did you have anything to add? Is that why you were up there? No? All right, then if you
Did I
would
miss anything?
stay in your seats, please. We're going to cut a ribbon here.
Okay, yeah. I'll just, as Kathy said, I mean, the blocks of third track are commissioned. There are trains running over the third track, which is such an amazing, extraordinary thing. And it opens up that capacity for that 40% increase in service into Midtown when we open Grand Central Madison later this year. The rest of third track will be fully commissioned and in place before the end of the year. So.
And with that, the ceremonial ribbon cutting for the Elmont UBS Arena Station, both directions, is about to go.
Everybody's going to look at this camera when we do the ribbon cutting.
Scissors ready?
Great. We're going to look at this camera when we cut the ribbon.
3, 2, 1.
Everybody wants to stay up here. We'll do a couple more photos. Everybody look at this photograph. Photographer right here. This gentleman here. Great. And now we're going to edit it. Right here, please.
Please don't sneeze on the Lieutenant Governor.
We're going to look at Mark again right here. Smile for Mark. Jamie?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. And a reminder, there will be some westbound service from this station coming up in just a few minutes. Thanks, everybody.